27 shocking reasons why food allergy cases are increasing. A real reason for food allergies. Food allergies are an immune response triggered by perceived threats to the body. These reactions can vary from minor irritations to anaphylaxis, a potentially life-threatening condition which can develop suddenly and worsen very quickly. And serious food allergy cases are increasing. Have you, or do you know of anyone, who suffers with such allergies? This video shares 27 shocking reasons why food allergy cases are increasing. If you're serious about watching this and other videos on our channel, please subscribe, and then kindly click the grey bell icon to be notified of future videos being uploaded to the Natural Health Guys channel. And please leave a comment below this video to share your experience of any food allergies, and the solution that was applied to get rid of the allergy either temporarily or, better still, for good. The normal function of our immune system identifies and removes these potential threats to the body by creating antibodies. In some cases, however, this immune response gets confused and certain foods, specifically the proteins they consist of, become recognized as allergens. This can trigger an inflammatory response of varying severity that can affect the skin, the breathing, the sinuses, and the digestive system. What follows is the highlighting of a disturbing trend that poses some serious questions and consideration for your and your family's overall health and well-being. 27 reasons surrounding the shocking increase of food allergies. 1. Little is understood about why we develop food allergies, although they're known in some circumstances to be genetically carried. 2. Some allergies may be outgrown in childhood, while others develop later in life. 3. Much research is currently underway to try and expand our understanding of food allergies as their occurrence, along with various food sensitivities and intolerances are increasing, particularly in children. 4. According to the Australasian Society of Clinical Immunology and Allergy, hospital admissions for food-related anaphylaxis has doubled over the last 10 years for adults, and increased almost 5-fold for children under the age of 4. 5. This follows a disturbing trend of other illnesses and ailments that are showing up in more and more people, and at a younger age. 6. The common denominator is chronic inflammation. 7. Ironically, the root cause of chronic inflammation is processed and ultra-processed food, so it's not surprising that food-related anaphylaxis cases are increasing. 8. Worryingly, the medical establishment say that few treatment options for anaphylaxis exist. 9. The usual advice is that avoidance is the best and often only option when faced with known food allergies, but it clearly is not. 10. In severe reactions, the protein responsible is generally obvious, with symptoms appearing almost immediately, most often requiring emergency medical intervention. 11. Peanuts, cashew nuts and shellfish are the most common foods associated with such life-threatening episodes. 12. Mild reactions are often harder to diagnose, as they can occur hours after the problem food was consumed. 13. Certain symptoms, especially in younger children or infants, may be harder to recognize and associate with dietary activities, such as infantile colic or reflux. 14. Specific foods are known to have a higher incidence of triggering reactions, such as cow's milk, eggs, soy products, peanuts, cashew nuts, sesame seeds, wheat, fish and shellfish. 15. When allergy symptoms are suspected, further testing or implementation of an exclusion diet may be carried out to determine the triggers responsible. 16. As is the case when trying to identify or exclude specific allergens, certain blood and skin prick tests are available. 17. If you or a loved one ever find yourself in a situation like this, ask for, and insist on, the blood test to measure your essential fatty acid ratio. 18. This will provide a measurement of your cellular health, and signify what your real and underlying problem is, chronic inflammation. 19. How strange is it that there's an increasing recognition by the food industry of the triggers associated with certain allergies? 20. There is improved labeling of foods which may contain life-threatening allergy triggers, which is promoted as being of great assistance to those at risk. 21. And the benefit of such labeling is the perceived increase in public awareness of the dangers of food allergies. 22. And yet it's the same industry that's responsible for the production of man-made food that's high in inflammatory compounds, and which are responsible for the chronic inflammation that over 95% of the world's population suffer with. 23. Constant vigilance of the food allergy sufferer is a must, especially as most are unaware of the damage chronic inflammation at a cellular health level creates. 24. The public are led to believe that the risks associated with food allergies cannot be treated. 25. This is because almost everyone is focused on dealing with the symptoms, and not the root cause, which is chronic inflammation of your cellular health. 26. In some cases, antihistamines may be administered to control or relieve mild symptoms, while emergency treatment is required in the event of severe anaphylactic responses. 27. Individuals with known severe allergies often carry an EpiPen or epinephrine autoinjector, which can rapidly reverse the effects of anaphylaxis. Summary and conclusion. Identification, exposure management strategies and education, including emergency first aid, particularly in children, are very important issues when dealing with food allergies and their associated symptoms. However, until the education, as mentioned above, includes the vital role of essential fatty acids in your body, food manufacturers will continue to produce manufactured pro-inflammatory food that trigger the food allergies, even though they highlight allergy warnings on their labeling. People need to wake up and take responsibility for their and their family's health and well-being. Will you? This brings us on to the next video in this series of Secrets of Allergies, where you'll find out what a wheat allergy is. In the meantime, we hope you found this video, 27 Shocking Reasons Why Food Allergy Cases Are Increasing, helpful and of interest. So please feel free to share with people you think will also find this video worth watching. And don't forget to leave a comment or ask a question in the comments section below this video. To get more videos like this one, why not become an exclusive subscriber of this channel by clicking on the subscribe button in the bottom right of this video? And then click the grey bell icon to get notified of when the next video is uploaded. If you'd like more information about the many types of allergies and how to deal with them, check out the other videos in this series by clicking on the end screen coming up. And finally, many thanks for watching.